Just coming into this one, another Central Division matchup, you guys have seen a lot of good performances in this homestand so far. But when you say even keel, what do you need to remember going into this one?
I remember how well we played against Toronto and how poorly we played against Columbus. You got to mix those in, and remember, if you make a mistake at the wrong time, it can cost you. So, and also remember, if you do the right thing, you'll get rewarded. So, it's just a fine mix of those two.
When it comes to doing the right thing in games, sometimes there's a momentum wave the other way. How do you, the other leaders, the guys on the bench, the coaches, recenter everyone in the middle of a game?
I got to remember that we have to advance the puck forward, and even if we don't get to go on offense or do a forecheck, we still get it out of our zone away from danger, and that kills the momentum of the other team because they have to go 200 foot back and feet back, and come back again and try again. So
we talked so much about you guys getting those shots through, the forwards being down low, but what have you liked about the chemistry with the forward group as well, that when you guys have an opportunity to go down low, someone's replacing you up top?
Yeah, it's huge, obviously. We want to help the offense, and we want to create some movement, and obviously going from high to low is very dangerous. And we just appreciate the help from forwards. They see that, they recognize that, and they go back, they play defense. They do a fairly good job back there, so
I know it's not 1,000, but it is 600 today. And I'm not going to ask you that generic question, but through your 600 games, favorite moment, can you tell me a little bit about it? And then anyone in your life that's kind of helped you get to this point?
So if we're talking about regular season, then probably my first 2 goals in the NHL. We won 2-0, I scored 2. It was nice. That was probably one of the biggest moments of the regular season. Stammer first, he assisted me on that goal, and the second goal was huge. I remember that. We won 2-0, big game, so I'll say that.
And then just anyone in your life that's kind of helped you get to this point, helping you through the tough stuff, helping you through the good stuff too.
Obviously, my wife, my parents, they were huge, and obviously my parents, growing up, they would take me to all the tournaments. Instead of taking days off, they would bring me anywhere to play hockey, and obviously I appreciate that a lot. And I make sure to let them know that how thankful I am every time I see them. So
it's hard to play in this league. It's hard to play 600 games. What did you have to do throughout your career to keep reinventing your game, keep getting different roles on different teams, and to be here at Game 600?
I don't know. Game is evolving. Guys are getting faster, so I'm trying to stay with the pace. And obviously, there's guys like Hughes and Cale Makar that are smaller and more agile, and they dangle and stuff. But I try to find different ways to get the puck to the net and maybe create differently offensively than them. Maybe at first, when I just got to the league, I was trying to be like them. But now, I kind of understand that it's a different game for me, and I, play a more simple and direct game.
Was there a year that you shifted your game plan at all and along that line?
Probably a couple of years ago. I realized that I don't need to do sick stuff on the ice, like dangles and stuff like that. I still do, but there's no need for me to do that. Try to get the puck through and shoot it from far.
Thank you.
No change in the lineup. No game time decision, so we should be fine. Unless something happened. Knock on wood. That's what it is.
When a player plays 600 games in the NHL, obviously the game is evolving at the same time. That's a lot to do. What does it take for a player to be consistently playing and to reach a milestone like that?
Yeah, I think the first thing is, you just mentioned it, is consistency. I think the difference in the NHL is your skill level, your talent and stuff like that, yes. But NHL is a daily league. You need to be able to do it every day and do it with consistency and having coach, but even more importantly, teammate who know what to expect. It's tough to play with someone who his play is going like that. It takes a split second out of your game because you're reading off of him and you don't know what's the next play. When you have somebody who's consistent with you, you know what to expect. You know where our struggle, where our strength, and what is the next decision, what's the next play, and you can rely on him. So take the hesitation away from your game. So because it's a game of layer, it's a game of it's a teamwork, it's a group of five. So I think that's a big thing for a player who has consistency.
Sergachev hits that milestone tonight. What has he brought to this group?
I think he's a good pro. He's obviously a really talented player, but Sergey is one of those guys who have the offensive talent, but has a lot of pride in his defensive side of the puck. And I think he's in great shape. He's a good athlete. So he had, for our group, to your question, he won Stanley Cup, been in championship team, been in a veteran team, so bring that veteran presence.
How much has the schedule with the Olympics and stuff, the difficulty of it, I guess, how much has that factored into games? I know Toronto was on a traveling back-to-back, and Dallas is at the end of a 6-game road trip now. How much does that kind of weigh into these games?
If it impact them, it impact us when it was time, and we did talk about it at that time. I think there's no prisoner rules in the NHL. I think when we were in the 6-9 or we were in the 21-37, there's nobody was feeling bad for us. There's nobody was saying, "Oh, yeah, they play back to back." No, you need to show up, and you're judged with your result no matter what the schedule is. So I think we had at the end of 82 games, you need to believe that balance out. But if you look at the number of games we played on the road and everything, it's no different for any other team. They have to go through that. Columbus was on the back-to-back, and they found a way to beat us in our barn. So we played a good game last game, and we found a way to win. But it's a factor. But at the end of the day, the biggest factor is how your team play in that game. And bringing your A game, consistency, that's what it is. And the rest is all stuff you cannot control. It is there. It is important, but you cannot focus on it.
What's led to the success in terms of the full 60 minutes with the team being able to take early leads and then manage it and play with a lead throughout the entire
I think we didn't change the way we play. We played with a lot of pace. We played fast. Offensively, defensively, our puck decision was really good. Nobody had to slow down ever. The puck was moving really fast. If there's a play, there's a play. If there's no play, they were pucking in space for races, and we saw a fast team last game because of our puck decision. So that's key for us.
You talk about not changing the way you play. During the season, you've had some close losses. You haven't always had the wins. Now that you're getting the wins, is it validating to you that your system is working and you're getting the wins?
No, it's good to get a win. No, don't get me wrong, but we know the system or the team we have and the identity we have works. At the end of the day, we often talk about the underlying numbers, and our underlying numbers are top 5 in the league. So you don't do that without executing the right way and everything. Those numbers don't appear by magic. I think that said, what is the important for our team to get over the hump, to your point, is to make sure we do all the little thing in the game, we make the difference, the good change, the puck decision, puck to the speed, the time of puck decision or the timing of a penalty or a big power play goal. Those are the next step for us who we play with a good consistency, a good team structure play. But we need to make sure we do the thing who manage the momentum the right way in the game.
Talk about being in the right mindset for games. The idea of balancing emotion and calmness in the middle of a game, how much of that is a part of learning how to win the right way?
It's absolutely that. It's trying to, as much as possible, take the result away from the equation, which is it's a battle of the century. You're listening, NCAA football coach NFL football coach, basketball coach, hockey coach, soccer coach, Europe soccer coach. We all talk about the same thing. We're not really original. We all have the same speech. It's being able to control your emotion, focusing on the process, not focusing on the result. If you do the right thing with consistency, that's what it is. You listen to Nick Saban when he was introduced as the owner of the Nashville. I was kind of, well, welcome in the league. There's 32 teams who talk the same thing, and that's the challenge. And who's the best at creating that focus on the process every day? And if you do that, you take more and more the emotion away and the maturity away. It's the focus is that's what we have to do. But we're all in the business of result and the social media and everything. So it's not that easy to control those distractions who brings you towards the result. So that's the battle. We need to steer the boat, make sure we're focusing on the process and what's matter, because the result can be a bouncing puck, can be a call by the ref, it can be a save or a non-save who change the result and the momentum of the game if your focus is on the result. So now it's something you cannot control. Something's up in the air. So that's tough to be consistent then. So that's why you need to focus on what you have to do, how hard you have to play, the mindset, the decision, make sure we're connected, make sure we're all playing the same direction, make sure the plan is clear and everybody's on board. And then you have better chance to control all those things who are up in the air.
Maybe end with a lighter question here. It seems like NHL players, more than any other athletes, really rely on nicknames. How much of a badge of honor is it to have a great nickname? You have a great one. There's some great ones on this team.
Yeah.
How much is it a badge of honor to really have a good one?
First of all, I don't think you choose your own nickname. I think you're lucky if you have a good one. I think it's, it's true. We go a lot by nickname. It's always like that, but I assure you hope to have a good one. That's for sure.
Do you have a favorite?
Huh?
Do you have a favorite on this
Well,
team?
it's tough to go above cheeks, but no, I like a lot of nickname in the boys.
Andre, does momentum have layers?
Yeah, absolutely. There's momentum who builds slowly, and there's momentum who a big fight we had in St. Louis to open the game. That's bring a huge spark. It ignite everything. But there's example against Toronto. I think it was slow build. It was first shift puck behind, get to work. Second shift, third shift. OB got a big hit. Momentum built slowly and slowly, and at some point it was okay. The wave was bigger and bigger. But I don't think, if you ask me against Toronto, what kind of a jump start the momentum, that was slowly built. It's a little bit at a time, and at some point the wave was big. And biggest example for me is when we scored the fourth goal. When I say we kept playing, we scored the fourth goal, face off in the middle of the ice, 2 minutes to go in the period. We win the draw, get the red, dump the puck, get on the forecheck right away, get the puck, poof, right away the net. There were no hesitation. There were no, okay, it's 4-0. We'll try to make a saucer backdoor. Kel's got the puck, cut at the net direct, try to bring the puck there. We got a rebound, get above them, get a body check, put the puck deep again. That was kind of okay. We cannot breathe here. I'm sure that's the way they felt, and that's a little bit their comment they made after the game. We were never change. It never changed. So that's the way we have to do it.